But daddy is a state of mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm your daddy.
Let's go.
Get up on ya. You gonna learn today.
Daddy, chill.
Call me daddy.
The cat's out of the bag. It's been a few weeks. It's been too long. I don't like hearing my own voice, but I miss hearing my own voice. The last few weeks have been a whirlwind. We'll get to that in a second. Recently, I want to touch on some things first. My wife's been on this tattoo kick.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how many?
She's up to 3 now.
Oh, in the past how long?
Like 3 weeks.
Holy shit.
So she goes, I leave for the TOPS conference. I come back on my birthday, and she shows off a tattoo. She's like, I didn't want to tell you. This is what I got. It just says, like, babe on her arm or something. So then she's like, yeah, I have another appointment for another. I said, oh, you're hooked. You're done.
You're feeling it.
You're tat goddess now. You're going to just keep getting them and getting them. And sure enough, she went and got another one on her thigh or something that says till death. And then she's a huge Disney fanatic, and she got the Disney stars right here on her arm, right like on her wrist. And I'm like, are you done? And she's like, I don't think so. I want to get more. She went from no tattoos to 3 in 3 weeks, and I think she's just going to keep getting them. But she likes them. She just likes subtle, small ones. Nothing crazy. But now, in my head, I feel like I got to get a tattoo. I got to get something done. Maybe put the DR logo on my back. Just get a nice tramp stamp of the DR logo. Go full tramp stamp. Let's get into what has transpired in the last few weeks. I know a lot of people have been asking. I've kind of given hints and clues leading up to what transpired. I do look like an asshole wearing these glasses right now. I will say that. I'm sorry. My eyes are super strained
you look
from
like the Blues Brothers. Over there,
I know. It's a fucking stash, the glasses.
dude, I haven't seen you in like 3 weeks, man.
I know. It's been crazy.
Crazy.
Bowman release came out, and we were staring at screens, cards, and phones for 15, 16 hours a day. And it was the first time that I actually had like strained eyes. I've never felt that before, where there was a day where I woke up and I had to just sit there in silence with my eyes closed for hours because they were hurting so bad. And I'm still having like residual effects to like the sun and bright lights. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna look like the asshole today with the sunglasses on the podcast inside.
Nah, it's a good vibe.
I wear my sunglasses at night. So let's get down into this whole Blez thing and answer as many questions as I can possibly think of that have come across my DMs and text messages in the last few weeks. About 4 weeks ago, we were approached by Jared about doing some sort of partnership. And it was going to basically be us sort of making money on the side, breaking for him on other platforms. Still having the DR platform, still running IG breaks, nothing changes, everything stays the same, but helping him out, sort of build out other platforms. And we agreed upon it. And we didn't know how it was going to work, but we were going to stay in Texas, and Teddy was going to run Fanatics Live in Texas while we still run our own thing. And he was going to help, like, give us the wax for the Fanatics Live so it's separate from our stuff and keep it clean, yada, yada, yada. So my birthday rolls around, and I'm on the golf course with Amelia, my daughter. I brought her out, and I got paired up with the group, and they're all pretty bad. But I get a text from Jared. He's like, you got to call me as soon as you can. So that hole that I'm on, it was like hole 12. I'm just topping everything. I'm like, what the fuck does he want?
What do you want?
did I do?
What did you do?
What
did you
did I do? What did I post? What did I say? You know, what did he do a background check and find out that, you know, I had Vicodin on me in Mexico that was left over from my sister's backpack. And, you know, I don't know.
Who knows?
What did he find? So I told him, I said, I can't even think right now. I said, just get in the car, just get me back to the car. I got to make this phone call. So I called Jared, and he's like, plans changed. You guys are going to move. We're going to move everyone to California. He's like, I'm going to build out a California studio where you guys can still do the Fanatics Live. You can still keep your own thing. And the details don't change, but the position where you guys are going to be changes. Oh, my God. So I'm like, now my head's just like,
We're in the Twilight Zone now.
I left California. I didn't want to go back to California. And I come home and I'm telling Kelsey, I think we're moving to California. So now for the next 3 days, she's finding places in Glendale, California, which I don't like California. There's only a few places I enjoy, but I hate traffic. I hate the people. I hate the pollution, the politics, the everything. Just I don't belong there.
Hate the Angels.
But yeah, exactly. The Padres stink. The Angels stink. But it was an opportunity for us to be closer to family. And we didn't tell anyone this was going on. I didn't want to get people's hopes up, or I didn't want to tell someone, hey, we're going to be moving closer. And my dad knew. My dad knew something was going on. He called me and he's like, I know something's going on. Tell me what's going on. You've been acting weird lately. You've been short on the phone. What's going on? And I told him, I was like, I don't want to get your hopes up. I just don't want to get your hopes up. And he was like, are you guys moving closer? And I'm like, this is why I didn't want to tell you anything. I don't want you to get excited. And all I told him, I said, there's a chance we're moving closer. I can't tell you where. I can't tell you when, but there's a chance. So Kelsey found a place in Glendale. She's like, I think this is a good spot. We could still homeschool the girls. The taxes are going to be higher. Living's going to be higher. Expenses are going to be higher. But I think this is the spot. So we're like dead set on California. Sleevy's coming. Teddy's like excited. All of our family's in California. So now we're like, we're dialed. So the Sunday before Bowman release, Jared calls me and he goes, I think you guys need to be in Vegas. And I knew how Kelsey felt about Vegas. And I remember walking in and I said, I got some bad news. She's like, what? I said, we're moving to Vegas. And she just like broke down. It was like all the emotions of staying in Texas, going to California, staying in Texas, going out to Vegas. All those emotions just flowed through. And she was just like, I don't think I want to do this. No. And I kept an open mind just because I knew kind of the area that the facility was in. And I kind of knew that if you're there, it's the strip you could see and off into the distance, but you're not really in Vegas. You're in Summerlin, which is way off the strip. And if you kind of feel like you live in Scottsdale, Arizona, so it's not terrible. And obviously the living expenses are way less in California. The taxes are way better than California. The people are, somewhat better, a little bit more degenerate, but So I just told her, I said, you know what? We're going out there for Bowman release. We're going to make the announcement. Let me look at the area. Let me survey the fucking spots, and we could figure this out. About 2 days into Vegas, Sleevy, Teddy, and I were driving around in the rental car, and we all had this just like epiphany. We're just like, we're so glad we're moving to Vegas. We're so glad. Like living expenses, Sleevy's able to get an apartment out there that's actually better than his apartment here, and it's the same price. Same with Teddy. We're going to be able to get a house out there that's really nice in a gated community. And I got on the phone with Kelsey and I just said, hey, I know you're very hesitant with this move, but for the safety and security of the girls and our family and our future, like this is gonna be the play. This is gonna be the play.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be in California. We're closer to people in California, so now people, if they want to come out and visit us, we're next to Vegas, and a lot of people visit Vegas and the concerts and the shows. Like, there's plenty of stuff to do. So I want to just kind of outline like how these things are gonna work, because a lot of people are like, well, are you Blez? What's going on? I'm keeping everything Daddy Rips. The page, the content, the podcast, everything is going to be staying the same. The only thing that's going to change is that now, obviously the payments are not going to be coming to me when you break with us. You're still supporting us as a team. Teddy's going to be running a lot of the Fanatics Live for Blez. He already has. We've been doing it for 2 weeks. We were out there for 11 days. It was probably the longest I had been away from my wife or my girls. It was brutal and great at the same time, because we were able to show Jared our entire work ethic. You don't know somebody's work ethic until you see it. And I think maybe he was probably like, oh, these guys are probably just putting it on while they're here. It's like, no. We showed up every day. We worked 12 to 15 hours a day while we were there. We did all the back end work while we were there, the shipping, the packaging, the sorting, all things that come with what we would normally do and some. And we wanted to show that we weren't there just to fuck off and fuck around. Like, we were there to work and show that, like, set a precedent of what we're capable of doing. And I think that was important. And I told the boys before we left, I said, listen, we do what we always do. And if you can do more, do more. Help around the office. Ask anybody if they need help. Like, just go above and beyond. And that's not just for the small time being. It's set a fucking precedent and an example of how we run things and what he's getting with us. He's not just getting breakers. And I kept telling him this. I'm like, dude, you're not getting just a breaker. You're not getting just someone just to sit and mouth breathe in a fucking chair like a lot of these other companies do. They're putting their fucking third-rate breakers on these platforms and just sitting there just mouth breathing. I watched the stream today. Side note, I watched the stream today, and I won't say the platform, but I didn't see someone in the chair for like 30 minutes. And then when they came in the chair, they were just like staring at the screen.
You had to take a TV break. You had to watch an episode.
Dude, I was like, what is going on? And it's a big platform and a pretty big breaker. Like, I don't understand.
He was babying some mozzarella sticks in the oven, you know.
He's going, I'm hourly, man. Fuck this. I'm just going to sit here and stare at the screen.
Yeah.
So so nothing's really going to change on that front. The best thing for us, the most important thing for me was a calculated decision on the future of my family and the future of our team, which is Sleevey and Teddy. Like, I wanted to make sure that all things lined up and it made sense for everybody. And I even told him, I said, if one of you guys is not down for this, if you say no, like, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll do whatever we have to do to make sure everyone's happy and everyone's on board. And everyone was on board. And it's great. I think that the biggest thing for me is now this is going to alleviate a lot of the things that I deal with on a day-to-day basis that would otherwise take up so much of my brain. It would just be consuming my brain that won't free up like the creative side of me, the content side, the podcasting, the interacting with people. Because if you guys don't know, like, I was the accountant, the breaker, the purchaser, the content creator, the podcaster. I wore a lot of hats. And if I can alleviate those things and go, I'm going to focus on breaking entertaining and podcasting and doing all the content that I like to do, the creativity is just going to flow now. And where I can wake up and go, oh, I don't have to, oh my God, I got to, Sleevey, we got to move these 10 cases. I owe this invoice in 3 days. We got to move these 10 cases. And then we have these 7 cases coming in. And by the time we get these 7 cases, these got to be paid for, and scrambling at all fucking times of the day.
There's a lot of background noise that went away with this move for you, man.
A lot of background noise.
Yeah,
where I can wake up now and go, all right, I'm breaking at 5 o'clock. From now to 5, I can just focus on creativity, content, and building out something that is going to be so much better for us long term.
Yep.
Especially when it comes to the wax. Now, those guys, when they come in, they go, oh, you only have like 2 products on the table. I'm like, oh, yeah, let me just flip this camera around. Let's walk the facility. What do you guys want to fucking break tonight?
Yeah, we could run 2001 Bowman Chrome if you want football. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What do you guys want to run? You guys want to run hockey, basketball, football, soccer, UFC, baseball, whatever. And it's going to be so much more freeing of my mind. And I kept telling everyone, they're like, what do you need? Like, what's going on? I said, all I want is ease of mind, where I can wake up and mentally be with my daughters. Not just physically there, because I'm always there, but now I can mentally be there. To where before it was, hey, we're going to go to the movie theater. I'm going to take the girls to the movie theaters. But while I'm at the movie theaters, I'm sitting on my phone, sending wires and sending emails and text messages and answering DMs and making sure the breaks and what do we have coming in. And, oh, we got to fucking be at the door at 2:30 because FedEx is showing up. All these things now are going to be gone from my mind, and I can focus more on my family, and I can focus more on the future of the hobby and all things that come with that. So that's where we're at. I know I'm going to get more questions, and people are going to be asking certain things of how things are going to run. I'm still running the Daddy Rips page, big time. Instagram's still going to run. I will be on Fanatics Live on the Blez Fanatics Live platform. Teddy's been running it every day, every single day. He's been crushing it. He was breaking basketball yesterday.
He's a basketball
Dude,
breaker now.
Did you watch it at all?
I watched a tiny bit. It was funny, man.
Oh, he calls himself the best worst breaker of NBA. I said I'm gonna get that on a shirt. I'm the best worst breaker of the basketball.
He pulled some Wembies yesterday too.
Dude, he
pulled some Wembies.
You see the Luka Snakeskin 101?
I saw the Luka.
Yeah.
I saw the Wemby blue. I saw the Wemby blue courtside.
Yeah.
He was pulling some fire.
I know. It's funny because when he opens it, he doesn't say any names in the first the base cards. He's like, bah, bah, bah.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, there's a Murphy to 49. It's fucking great because I think the chat likes it. They're just,
it's pretty funny.
Oh man, so this is going to open up a lot of opportunities for us as well, and mainly the family thing was big for me because now I'm an hour flight from everyone. People in my dad lives in Palm Desert. My sister lives in San Diego. My other sister lives in Ontario. Kelsey's whole family lives in Marietta. So we're an hour flight from everybody. They're a 4-hour drive. It's a close location. And quite frankly, through this whole process, I kind of want to touch on this, but Jared he's so misunderstood through the hobby. I think a lot of people on the outside, they don't understand what kind of person he is. But he asked me, he was like, what do you want? Like in this whole thing. And I said, I just want, I said, I want to give my girls a better life and like a great place to live and just ease of mind. And he was just like, I can do all of that for you. Let me help you. And he's told me too in private, he said, your brand and this is something that stuck with me, which it's true. He said, your brand is bigger than what you produce. He said, I want to get you to a point where you're producing more and you're actually producing more than your brand. He said, everyone sees your brand and it's big and they know it, but you're not producing what you should be because of these hindering factors of not being able to have access to certain things and the capability of breaking on multiple platforms. And we kind of stuck with the Instagram ways. And so it kind of stuck with me, and I was like, yeah, you're right. You're fucking right. Like, I know of people who are a lot smaller than me on the presence side of the hobby, a lot smaller, and they're doing 2-3 times the amount of stuff that we do. So now we can focus on both of those fronts. We can build the podcast up. We can push a lot more content through, and we've been kind of lacking in the content side of things because I finally get my Instagram page back up this week. I'm paying a big fucking chunk of money to a guy. To a guy. Don't know who the guy is. But I'm paying a big chunk of money. So I should have the main page back up and running, and that'll all be a lot more smoother when it comes to breaking, and I will be good on Instagram. I promise. No more political posts or bullshit. I'll keep that to myself. If I want to post anything.
We'll put it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Keep it on X.
I'm going to start breaking on Twitter.
Dude, Twitter is popping right
I'm thinking
now.
about starting to break on there.
Dude, there's some. Do you see? I know he's a big. I don't know. This is nothing to do with sports cards or anything, but this big time YouTube creator Tfue, he's big on like Fortnite and all that. He was like, dude, I might just start making videos for Twitter, for X.
Yeah,
because he was like, I'm tired of getting like called out for this and that for YouTube for just like some BS that I just said offhandedly.
Yeah,
and I might as well just be on the uncensored shit.
Yeah, one of our videos got pulled down on YouTube. I'm not sure why.
I don't know why either.
Yeah.
It's just completely gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
It's gone. Be gone.
So yeah, the Twitter thing is going to be interesting. I think moving forward, you're going to start seeing us on a lot of different platforms: Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Fanatics Live, Twitter. I'm going to try to bang out a lot of those platforms. The other crazy thing is when we were in Vegas, it was so hectic, man. We never knew what day it was. We swear. So Bowman Release, I was telling you before the show. So Bowman Release, we showed up at 4 o'clock. We started the stream at 5 a.m.
Jesus.
We ran the stream until like 1:30, 2 a.m.
You were on a long time.
Yeah.
I tuned in multiple times.
And then we went to the hotel. We got about 4 hours sleep, came back, went back on live at 8 a.m., ran from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. It was fucking crazy. It was so crazy. That's why like my eyes, like day 3, I was telling Matt, I was like, dude, my eyes like twitching.
Can't keep up.
My eyes twitching. Getting lazy eye over fucking breaking. And then it's crazy because we were running all the back end stuff. And so post live, we're still there for like hours, like sorting. We got to get these bagged. We got to get these tagged.
Yeah.
It was a
whirlwind.
It was a whirlwind. I kept using that word. It's funny you say that. I was like, this is a fucking whirlwind. I didn't know what day it was. And then I was supposed to come back for Mother's Day. And I told Kelsey, I'm flying home Sunday.
But then.
Hundo case. Jared's like, we're running a 100 caser. I'm posting it now. We're going to get it filled. Yep. And I'm like, okay. And then he does the video. And I didn't even watch the full video.
Yeah.
So he releases a video. And he names the breakers who are going to be the breakers. And so I didn't even watch the full video. I just heard 4. Like Brown, Cat, Hawk. And so
Daddy Rips.
Yeah. So I told Jared, I was like, hey, I got to go home at some point, man. Like I haven't seen my girls. Like I got to go home. He's like, I need you here Wednesday and Thursday for the 100 caser. Okay. All right. I called Kelsey. I was like, well, I'm not going to be home till Friday now. No. She's like, what? I was like, I got to be here for this 100 caser. Which, by the way, I still haven't gone to the massage parlor yet, but Not that massage. Not the craft. Not the craft
Not
one.
the craft cheese one. All
Not
right, let's
the
go.
cheesy craft one.
Yeah, let's go.
But the way they do it on YouTube, and these guys are a well-oiled machine, man. I give props to these guys because we came in, and I want to say I apologize not in advance anymore because we already kind of fucking made a statement. Teddy and I are loud. Like, I thought I was loud, and then Teddy's fucking way up here. They put us in this room in the middle of the office that, like, butts up to 3 or 4 different break rooms, and the shipping and receiving department's, like, right there. And Teddy is just over the top, and he always has been that way, but it's not like we're putting on a show. And everyone in the office is like, what the fuck is going on?
Who is that guy?
Who are these guys? What the fuck are they on? You know, are these guys all coked up? Like, no. This guy's on Zins and Celsius.
Yeah, Zins, baby.
One time he's screaming, and I'm walking. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? He's standing on the chair. And all these employees are walking and like, what card did he hit? And I go, he just filled a break. He filled a break. We didn't hit it. He hasn't even opened a fucking card or a pack yet.
We're just pumped to be here.
We're just excited. Appreciate every single one of you.
Appreciate every single one of you.
It's fucking nuts, man. So I'm sorry for those guys because they're a well-oiled machine. And I think we just got thrown into the mix, and it was just like, hey, we got to make it work. They're here now. Everyone's here. But the YouTube channel, like the Blez Baseball YouTube channel, Hawk, Brown, and Cat, they ran with Teddy and I in the 100 Caser. And they open up every single pack and stack the cards for the whole case. Now, hobby sucks. Okay,
sucks.
I'm literally feeling pain in my back right now just thinking of doing this.
You said hobby and he heard a pop.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
So you stand up and you just pack.
Midsection shot
Oh my God.
of your belly, you know.
The first case, Sleevey and I are not even like a third on the first case of 20 that we did, and Sleevey goes, dude, my back's already fucking hurting, man. I go, dude, my back is done.
Yeah, we got to
like
sit down for
right in the middle of the back. And it's funny because like they're probably like, these guys are slow.
Yeah,
and that's just not our style,
No,
Josh.
It's not. No,
And the YouTube, you know, we had to kind of curb our
I know it's not your style. You're opening up hobby.
Well, yeah. Well,
where's the HTA?
yeah, give me that HTA. We had to like kind of curb our attitude and the things we say, and we had to limit the cussing, and we didn't, you know, it's like there's totally different styles with these platforms. You know, YouTube, it's like these guys, I feel like they're just like pouring a glass of whiskey. They got their cigar. They just want to enjoy the break. They want to watch it. They don't want anything extra or crazy.
Yep.
You go on Fanatics Live, and these guys want to see Teddy shave his fucking head
it's a
and
horse
wax
race.
his asshole and his belly. Yesterday, he said, if I hit a 101, I'm waxing my belly. And as he says it, he's texting our rep. He goes, is this allowed? Like, and I said, what are they going to do? Tell you no? Wax your fucking belly. Who cares? So it's just like, there's just different, everyone has their own cup of tea. And so that's not our style. And I'll tell you this, we probably won't be on the YouTube breakers. Like I said, they're a well-oiled machine on there. They have their breakers.
Yeah.
I would like to have like my own, like a Daddy Rips Blez YouTube channel where I can just fucking, and let everyone know.
Mm-hmm.
No holds barred. Like, it's just say whatever you want in the chat.
Yeah.
Let it go. I think that might be down the road, but man, it was. I'm trying to think of like just all these things that transpired. Oh, dude, I gotta tell you. Dude. So the last day, right? Sleevy's gonna hate this, man. Sleevy's gonna. Oh,
good. He would never show up to the fucking
fuck
podcast.
him, man.
God, he never showed up to the fucking podcast.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Fuck you, man.
This is what happens.
So the last day, so we didn't gamble. I don't drink. By the way, what's today's date? I'm at 9 months sober. It's fucking crazy.
Congratulations.
Thank
man.
you. 9 months sober. So I'm not drinking. I think I gambled like one day in that 10-day span. But the last day, we run the 20 cases. I think we were there for 15 hours straight. It's like 4 in the afternoon. We're leaving, and I told Sleevey, I said, dude, it feels like it's midnight. The sun's out. I'm so beat. We go back to the hotel. We take a nap. We get up. Sleevey got up like an hour before me, goes down, and he's like, I want to go gamble and have some drinks. So I wake up at like 8 o'clock. I go downstairs. He's already 3-4 drinks deep. And I haven't seen him like this in a long time. So we're sitting there gambling. Another drink. And now he's going, and he knows I don't drink. Now the cocktail witch is coming over, and he's going, yeah, you want something too, right?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So he'll take a Crown and Coke, and I'll take a Crown and Coke.
Mother.
And so I'm going, all right. So she would hand it to me, and then she'd walk away, and I just slide it over to him, and he's just like,
he's
just
guzzling.
Oh my God. So, dude, so he is blasted by the end of the night, and I was like, dude, it's time to go. It's time to go.
We gotta go.
He's calling everyone baby cakes and sweetie pies.
We gotta go.
I was like, we gotta go, Stevie. So we get in the elevator, and he's doing that like, starting to fall, like the timber.
Yeah.
And so we're walking to the room, and he stumbles into they had these little lamps on the side of the walls down the hallway of the hotel. He stumbles into the lamp, and he fucking turns, and he's looking at the lamp.
No.
And he's like, you want a piece of me? And I'm like, dude, it's a fucking lamp. He's like, that lamp tried taking me out.
Oh,
I was like,
God.
dude, you need to go to bed, dude. You need to go to bed now.
It's time, bro.
So we get in the room, and he just, without hesitation, just goes to the end of the bed, just takes all of his clothes off, down to his fucking undies, and he sits at the end of the bed and just goes backwards. Out.
Like a light.
Snoring within seconds. I'm like, holy shit, man, this guy is out. And the next morning I go, how you feeling, buddy? He's like, I got a little headache. Not too bad. I said, do you remember falling into the lamp? He goes, dude, I don't remember anything from last night. He goes, I haven't had a night like that in like 10 years. I was like,
tried to fight a lamp.
yeah, dude. You were fucking, come on, man. You want a piece of me?
Put him up.
Oh man, it's great. That was a great little end of the trip because
it's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, so that's basically everything that's transpired in the last few weeks. We haven't been on the podcast. We didn't have any studio time or place to do anything last week and the week before that.
That'll change.
You
know, with the move, I can say confidently we're still going to work together.
Yeah.
We're still going to be putting out some fire podcasts for you, maybe even more so.
Yep.
You know, have some great guests now that you're closer to the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be doing from the Blez. I will probably be less involved speaking-wise, but let it be known to the Daddy Rips audience, I love you all, and I'm still here in spirit. I'm editing the podcast, so don't you worry.
Yeah, but we have some ideas that we're gonna be doing.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
I think I'm gonna get Jared on board to do some big stuff for the podcast because I think we can. It's like the Wax Pack over there, not the Rat Pack. What was the Whack Pack for Stern?
Oh, fuck.
You have the Whack Pack, right?
Yeah, the Whack
Howard
Pack,
Stern's
yeah.
the Whack Pack. The Blez, we got to call it like the Wax Pack.
Yeah.
And we got to have these guys on because you got so many different personalities, and Damon,
it's great.
Jags, Hawk, Scott, Kat, Brown, Sarah. You got mini Jags over there. You got all these people over there, and I think we can really encompass them and have bigger guests on, and like I was telling you before, like fly you out to Vegas and do some crazy content with the facility.
I'll come out to Vegas.
The Suicide Boys concert. I think it'd be a blast.
Yeah. No.
I'm gonna tell Scott. Hey, come on, man, one fucking time, Scott.
You have to tell Jared I can get him whatever Pokemon he wants. Start adding Pokemon to the Blez, you know.
Yeah, they have the Blez Pop. They got the Blez Pop room. They do a lot of things like that. So
we'll figure it out, man.
Yeah,
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good though. DR, I'm happy that you're closer to family. I know that was always you're putting the daddy back into Daddy Rips. That's what I'm saying with this whole move. I think it's a great move for you and your family. I can tell already, this is the first time I've seen you in 3 weeks. You already look happier. You look tired, but you look happier.
Yeah. I am tired, yeah.
Yeah, but you look happier, and, I'm excited for the future for you guys.
Yeah, it was good because just being back since Saturday, So I've been back for less than a week. I've been able to take my girls to the pool a few times. We've been able to go to dinner. We've been able to do things where I don't even have to look at my phone and constantly worry about, oh, is Teddy live? Are we moving stuff? Are we doing this? And what's next? And oh my God, I gotta fucking do all this. Yeah. It's just ease of mind. So
love that.
That's it. Teddy's not here, as you could tell.
But he appreciates
We're 40
every
minutes
single one of
in,
you.
but he appreciates every single one of you. He is probably live on Fanatics Live screaming.
Yeah, check him out.
At the computer right now, yelling into a camera, telling you to take your PYTs. But yeah, other than that, I appreciate everyone. Download the pod, listen to the pod, share the pod. We appreciate it all. If you guys want merch, I do have hats and shirts coming in. Send me a DM. We have the Bowman is Coming shirts. We have the Daddy shirts. We have the Bowman King shirts. Yeah. We have, these are new hats. These are super sick. I don't even know what the brand is, but they're nice. They're perforated or whatever. Like, I don't know what it's called. Some spacecraft hat or something.
Oh, you got a space hat?
It's got a space hat. Yeah, Elon sent me these space hats here, going right into Earth, right into the atmosphere.
Built-in 5G signal.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, guys. Appreciate it. We will see you next week. Peace.